2005, when
They
Vaughn
sniped
was
my
just
nigga?
11 years old, Silk was killed. But this wasn't just a regular shooting. Reports say he was taken out by a sniper.
Damn.
Now, there's a lot of
Who was this nigga Opps, my nigga? The Taliban? Like, what the, a sniper gang? What the hell? Literally, Call of Duty Fortnite sitting on top of a hill, boxed up. You know what I mean? Waiting for the right moment. YouTube, what's up with y'all? Yo, JayThou back with another video. Today we got another crazy reaction. Basically, we're gonna be talking about the life of King Von Dad, aka Silk. Now y'all know how crazy King Von was, but we're gonna hear the story about his dad, where it originated from. Let's get it.
people know about King Von, but not a lot of people know about his father, Walter Silk Bennett. Before Von became one of the biggest names in drill music, his dad was already a well-known figure in the streets of Chicago. In this video, we're going to break down who Silk really was, his reputation in the city, how he influenced Von, and the truth behind his death. Who was Silk? Now, Walter E. Bennett, aka Silk, also known as King Von's biological father, was born on October 28, 1974, and was killed July 31st, 2005, when King Von was only 11 years old.
July
was killed July 31st, 2005, when King Von...
2005, damn. I was only like 1 year old. This nigga has the same exact jawline as King Von. They got the same exact like indent in they shit, like the whole
Von was only 11 years old. Everybody that was a resident over there considered Silk to be the most powerful and influential person of that area. Not to mention the richest person of that time in that area as well. Now, most people speculate that it was from drugs, not scamming, not robbing, not rapping, none of that. Silk was strictly a big-time drug dealer where he was from, and that allegedly played a part in his death, but we'll get to that later. Silk wasn't just anybody in Chicago. He was a highly respected member of the Black Disciples, specifically from Ada Park. If you know anything about Chicago's gang structure, you know BD history runs deep, and Silk was a major name in that world. He was known for his influence, the way he carried himself, and how people respected him. He had a lot of the same traits King Von would later be known for. People from his era said that Silk was very, very big on respect and loyalty, and was very careful about the people that he hung around. Not that he didn't just hang around anybody neither. Now, you know how they always say that the parents' traits trickle down to the child.
Like father, like son.
How many things King Von and his father had in common. They were very, so much like a split image of each other. Now, Von's friends also expressed how big he is on loyalty, and we actually seen it when he made his first 100,000 off of rap music, and he went back to the hood and broke it down evenly in between his guys. They don't get no more loyalty than that because he didn't have to do that, man. Like, it is very absurd. Like, it's not common that somebody make their first 100,000 and break it down between the guys. Usually they go buy them over a house. They want to splurge and want to buy cars. They actually want to stun on the hood. But nah, not this man. He got his first 100,000 from rap, and he took it back to Chicago with his guys, and they split it amongst each other, man. It don't get no realer than that. Now look, with that, you know what I mean? Shout out to King Von, shout out to Silk, right? Like father, like son, you feel me? Your traits is going to pass down, whether you like it or not. Whether they good traits or whether they bad traits. That's why you need to set an example for your kids of the man you want to be. You feel me? Because they are going to, like, if you're in your kid's life, they're going to, or maybe if you're not, then your kid might just come up and not be in his kid life too. Because he seen you not be in his life. So that's why there's so many fatherless kids that end up being deadbeats too. You know what I mean? Your traits gonna trickle down, you feel me? You know what I mean? With the whole split 100,000, right? That was thorough what he did, you feel me? I just wanna know what they did with the money. You know what I mean? Because yeah, you could break $100,000 down between all your niggas, right, and split it. But it's like, is that in the best interest for them? Because what they gonna do with that money when they get it? You know what I'm saying? It's not about the money you get, it's about what you do with it. You feel me? So it would have been probably better for him to just straight up giving them cash, so they could just blow it and maybe give them some type of stocks or some type of crypto, or, you know what I mean, something that will last longer than them just getting cash and just going to the mall and just buy them a fucking book or something that they can read on how to make some more money. You could give a man a fish, he'll eat for one day, but if you teach him how to fish, he'll eat forever. You feel me? So
I'd rather teach my niggas how to make some money.
When it comes to friends who could be around Vaughn, Take Capone, who was once real close to Vaughn, had this to say.
Vaughn was, in 2012, everybody couldn't hang with Vaughn. Like, if you was hanging with Vaughn, you had to accept everything that came with Vaughn. You had to accept that you was gonna be in shootings, accept that it was gonna be that, and you had to be with it, you feel me, with Vaughn, you feel me? And this was a lot of the time, everybody didn't want to hang with him, they couldn't, because you had to be on what he was on. A lot of niggas didn't want to know what Vaughn was on. Vaughn was like that, you feel me? So niggas that was faking, for sure ain't want to end up somewhere with Vaughn by themselves. You feel me? Niggas that was soft, really didn't want had nothing to do with this shit. They went back. They weren't trying to kick with Vaughn and stay around.
I mean, shit, my nigga, I wouldn't call it soft. I'd rather call it smart, my nigga. Why would they want to get in shootouts and be with a nigga that's going to potentially be in shootouts every day and get in, you mean? Like, why would they want to do that? How's that? That ain't really soft. That's just smart. They thinking with their head. You know what I'm saying? Hey, my nigga. But nowadays generation, they'll call you soft for that type shit. But I guess, bro.
Around too long, you feel me?
People from Chicago who were around during that time still speak on how Silk moved. He was someone you didn't want to cross, but at the same time, he had that leader-type energy that made people gravitate toward him. Silk's relationship with King Von didn't get to spend a lot of time with his dad because Silk was in and out of prison. If you ever listened to Von's interviews, you'd hear him talk about how much he looked up to his dad, even though he wasn't always there. Not to mention, we all knew King Von was a demon, and they say Silk was just as ruthless, if not more. Now, they say Silk was a demon. A lot of people that knew him that actually, you know, instead of just from the outside looking in, the ones that knew him called him Little Silk. And I'm gonna tell you why I brought up his height, right? Because I got this thing with short people. I feel that a lot of people have the Napoleon complex. You know, people
What's
that are
that?
short. And they may go 10 times as harder for situations because they like small, like they short, and they feel that they got something to prove because people.
My nigga, what are you reading off of, bro? Who is this reading? Who is this talking? I don't know what you just said right there, bro. Let's run it back because maybe I can comprehend because I don't know what you just said right there, gang.
And they may go 10 times as harder for situations because they like small, like they short, and they feel that they got something to prove because people pick on it. Whereas it's something that you might walk away from. But they take it to the furthest extent because, like I said, they got something to prove. Like they might just shoot you for saying the wrong joke or something.
Stop asking.
So short niggas is crash outs, bro. So short niggas are dumb. You feel me? I'd rather be tall and walk away from some shit that could put me in a terrible situation, in a bad situation, and use my brain than be short and just ready crash out and go off on any nigga because I'm short and I feel like you picking on me. Nah, bro, that shit nutty, bro. I don't care if you short or tall. You need to be smart. That's what you need to be.
I mean that.
And that don't mean being a bitch, but that mean being able to assess situations and think, okay, is this really worth it? You know what I'm saying? Is this really worth it? Is it really worth me killing this nigga right now because he said a joke about my shoes or something? Like what, bro?
That's really how it gets. I'm telling you, I've seen it not to extent where somebody gets shot, but where a situation escalate, and they really don't have to, but the person, felt like he was bothering him because he was smaller. It goes like that, man. But him being a demon, I think judging from King Von and seeing how King Von carried himself and how he was described amongst his peers, I wouldn't put it past Silk being that type of person that people say he was, that demon, that ruthless dude, that very well-fed and respected man. Because like I said, the way King Von carried himself, he had to get him somewhere. And not to mention, like I said, he carried his father's traits. So it is what it is. Now, even though they shared a lot of traits, Silk wasn't around King Von as much, unfortunately, and a couple things played a part in that. You may see pictures with him and King Von, and even pictures with him and King Von's sisters. But believe it or not, Silk wasn't around much. Now, before some of y'all think he was a bad father and throw that jacket on him, that really isn't the case in this situation here. The thing was, he was busting his moves in the street, doing what he's doing, And on top of that, he was getting locked up a lot. So jail played a big role. Then in the midst of all that, they say that he didn't have a good relationship with King Von's mother, which is her name is Tanisha, because of his absence. Despite Silk being gone for most of Von's childhood, his name still carried weight in Von's life. People would tell Von stories about how feared and respected his father was, and that left a strong impression on him. You can see how that influence shaped the way Von carried himself and the way he told his own story through music. Even though they weren't always together, Von always spoke about his dad with respect.
Is coming?
He knew that Silk was a legend in his own right. Silk's death, killed by a sniper. One of the craziest things about Silk's story is how he died. In 2005, when Von was just 11 years old, Silk was killed. But this wasn't just a regular shooting. Reports say he was taken out by a sniper.
Damn.
Now, there's a lot of speculation about how it happened, but what's known is that it was a targeted hit. If true, this shows how deep the street...
Bro, that's a crazy way to go out, my nigga. By a sniper. A nigga not even running up on you close range. A nigga is literally Call of Duty Fortnite sitting on top of a hill, boxed up. You know what I mean? Waiting for the right moment. Like, what the hell? Sniper?
Politics ran because a sniper-style attack isn't something you see often.
Damn,
it's not
bro,
some random drive-by. And when you live in like that in the street, it happens. Like, I'm not going to say...
If a nigga killing you with a sniper, he's coming for you and only you. He's not... This ain't no mistaken identity. This ain't no, oh, just shooting at niggas and hoping I hit you. This nigga, I need a precise hit. I need a precise look on you. I need to know who you are, where you at, and I'm finna take you out one clean shot, my nigga. Like, hey, who was this nigga Opps? Who was this nigga Opps, my nigga? The Taliban? Like, what the, a sniper gang? What the hell?
Don't feel no sympathy because, you know, God bless everybody that lost their lives. At the end of the day, when you live by that gun, you die by that gun. And that's just it. You know what comes to the streets when you indulge in them streets? It just is what it is. It's, you know, jail or death. So at the end of the day, man, God bless Silk. Rest in peace, Silk. Rest in peace, King Von.
Rest in peace,
God
my nigga
bless
Silk,
their families, man. Other than that,
and King Von
let me
too.
know how y'all feel in the comments about this.
Nah, gang, we not doing that. But look, though, yeah, rest in peace, King Von. Rest in peace, Silk, bro. Damn, that's scattered, though. A sniper, bro. I know, like, you don't hear about that too often, you feel me? You don't hear about a nigga dying by a sniper, bro. Like, niggas in the streets just don't be walking around with sniper rifles, yeah. We could definitely see how King Von became King Von from his pop Silk. Going to jail a lot, you know what I mean? Killing niggas, well-respected in the streets, big on loyalty. I guess a demon, like they say. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because I don't want to just put labels on niggas, but if that's what they say, then that's what they say. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy, bro. And this should just show y'all how big influence is. The people who you around, bro, they don't say the quote, you are the 5 people you hang around the most. They don't say that for no reason. And even if King Von wasn't around his father so much, that's your pops. That's still going to have a big influence in your life. Your parents are one of the biggest influences that's going to happen on you. You feel me? So, bro, just watch who y'all surround yourself with, because you need to surround yourself with people you want to be like. If you do not want to be like a person, then you do not need to be surrounding yourself with them, because you will start to pick up traits that they have. You will start to become more like them. You will start to do the things they do. You will start to do that, bro. Right? So, you know what I mean? If you don't want to be a criminal, don't be hanging around criminals, my nigga. If you don't want to be a killer, don't hang around killers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just telling you, bro. There's a little piece of advice for y'all, man. And if y'all enjoyed this video, go ahead, drop a like. Go ahead, leave a comment down below. Hit the subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and we'll catch y'all in the next one.
When I walk up in this bitch, I do the two-step, Brody. Put that crouton on the back, glizzy, that boy two-strap. That bad bitch, she put that coochie on.